What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact, and this video is going to be, first, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just slap that like button. It helps me out so immensely. But this video is going to be how to plan a trip to Hawaii, okay? I have been to Maui. I have not been to the Big Island, but from what I hear, it's pretty great. So the first thing that you want to do is figure out a budget. This is going to be a really quick video because I don't have a lot of space on my phone. Figure out a budget. What's it going to cost you? $2,000, $3,000, $1,000, whatever it is. Tickets are generally from Arizona. I don't know where you're at. Generally going to be about $500 round trip, $500 to $600 if it's in the hot season. If you're further away, it's going to be more. If you're closer, like Cali, maybe it'll be a little bit less. So always budget that in first. I will put a link in I will put in the link in the description below. A company that you can click the link and you can literally pay on your tickets like layaway. So you put like $100 down and then just pay like $100 a month for 4 or 5 months, and they charge a small fee, and it's really cool. And you get $25 off. I get $25 off for going through my link. So thank you for doing so. The next thing is plan your dates, but be flexible. If you have an actual job, you probably don't want to take the time off first. And I know that sounds crazy, but when you're traveling, generally speaking, you don't want to take the time off of work because then you're fixed on that travel date. If that travel date happens to be $500 more for a ticket, then you're screwed and you have to pay $500 more for a ticket. So make sure that you understand that. If you do have a job, look for good travel dates. Maybe let your employer know, hey, I probably will be taking a day off or a week off or a month off or whatever it is around this time. And is it okay if I put in my time afterwards so that you don't get screwed on the time that you will be trying to plan a vacation around? That was really hard to get out, but that was really important one. Number 3, remember to not take bill money. Get a side hustle and stick to it. Right now, on my free time, I'm trying to do like DoorDash. I also picked up an accidental full-time job, and the gym, and I have YouTube or whatever, and meal plans and t-shirts and different things or whatever. Try to get a side hustle that makes you enough money to be able to cover your vacation. And that shouldn't be hard. If you got 6 months to save up a couple $1,000, if you really stick to the grindstone, you'll actually do it. It's not as difficult as you think. But once you have that budget, you can put I have at the end of this video, I'll put a video. I'll show you a clip of what I am doing to save. It's just like a little thermometer thing, and then with a bunch of digits by it or whatever, and then you just slowly highlight the amount, fill it up like you did in kindergarten or whatever, if they had that. Next thing is choose your flights, okay? If you're wanting like more of a Hawaiian experience, maybe Hawaiian Airlines is the way you go. It's going to probably be more expensive. If you want something more flexible and cheap, maybe Google Flights is going to be an option for you. I've tried Hopper, I've tried Skyscanner, I've tried all of these things over time, and I'll be completely 100% honest with you. Never fails. Google Flights always doesn't let me down. So I always have gone through Google Flights. You can also go one step further and set up alerts. So if you set up alerts through Google Flights, if the price randomly goes down at midnight or whatever, it'll send you a message. So that's really cool. I will be setting mine up today because in the next month or so, I'm going to be going to Hawaii. So it's really cool. The next thing is figure out where to stay. Are you going to stay near the beach? Are you going to stay on the beach? Are you going to camp? Are you going to some islands? Don't let you do that, by the way. Are you going to stay in a hotel? Are you going to rent an RV? Are you going to rent a motorcycle? Are you going to rent a car and just live out of the car for while you're there? What are you going to do? Next thing is bags. Are you going to take bags? Multiple bags, 20 bags, 10 bags? I will say flying over the ocean usually gets a little bit more expensive when you're trying to take bags with you. I literally travel with one backpack. That's what I recommend for everybody. The islands have Walmarts. They have stores. They have grocery stores. 90% of the things that you want to buy, you can buy, and you probably will buy anyway. So there's literally no reason to show up with a bunch of stuff. If you like bathing suits, guess what? It's Hawaii. Like every place on the planet is going to sell bathing suits. And you're going to get one that you said, hey, I bought this in Hawaii. I feel really good about it. It's really nice or whatever. or t-shirts or souvenirs or anything like that. You need to make sure you have room for those, and if you pack too heavy, it's just going to cost you a fortune to take $5 trinkets home, and that's just stupid to me anyway. Next thing, number 7, is figure out the things you want to see before you go. I am literally famous for not doing that, okay? I will say 90% of the time it's great, but as I'm getting more traveled and stuff like that, I noticed that it also is a pain in the ass, because it makes no sense whatsoever to show up to a place and sit there while there and waste your time trying to figure out things to go see, because there's no point. Like, you have a limited amount of time. I have 3 months here to plan for a vacation, or a year or 5 years or a couple months or a couple weeks to plan for a vacation. I don't need to be planning my vacation while I'm on vacation. And I do that every time. And then, honestly, I get so overwhelmed, I end up staying in the damn hotel and I don't do anything. So make sure you keep track of that, and make sure you get some kind of itinerary. At least, if you're there 7 days, don't overplan stuff, because that's annoying. And you'll be more stressed out on your vacation. And then you need a vacation from your vacation when you get back, because shit was all over the place and you had 10 little raggedy ass kids that you was running around. And no offense, your kids are raggedy though. Like, they can be a pain in the butt. So that being said, figure out some stuff. If you're there for 7 days, maybe figure out 3 or 4 days worth of events, and let 3 or 4 days just go with the flow and find things that you want to do along the process or whatever. If you have 7 days, don't think about 21 things that you want to see. Take it easy. You're on vacation. The next thing is, and it leaves room for going back at a later time. The next thing is, number 8, hotels aren't cheap, so don't wait till you get there to book, okay? Some places you can. Vegas, you could probably book anytime, and you'd be perfectly fine. This is not going to be like that. Honolulu, I was looking at prices last night. They are significantly cheaper than like Maui, Lanai, and Kauai. Look like they were pretty affordable or whatever. But like Maui, a hostel is going to be $150, $160 a night, where you're staying in a bunk bed. The cheapest hotel was like a Motel 6 version, and it was literally, not even bullshitting, like a Motel 6. So you're not getting much for what you're offering or what you're paying. So I could only imagine if you wait till the last minute, it's only going to get worse. Number 9 is actually my own personal advice to myself, because I need to do this and make sure. I do feel like anytime you travel, people take for granted how much more you will be walking versus driving. If you are renting a car, maybe it won't be as bad. But if you are going to be like hiking and traveling and exploring and going up volcanoes and walking the beach all day and stuff like that, make sure you get your cardio level up before you go. That was probably the best advice I got way back in the day when I started traveling 5-6 years ago. One of the teachers said, start walking on the treadmill, 30 minutes an hour a day or whatever, to try to get your cardio level up. And I did, and it worked out great. And I've also gone and not done it, and it worked out horribly. So if you just add 15-30 minutes of cardio every single morning on a treadmill, go for a long walk every day or something like that, it's going to help you insanely. And the last thing, probably the single most important thing, is going to be number 10. Have fun. Get out there. Have fun. Don't overthink this. It's not super crazy, unbelievably expensive to be able to go to Hawaii. It does take some planning, but also remember that you are there because you want to enjoy yourself. You're not there because you want to overplan and kill this dream or whatever with too much stuff. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I hope you have great travels. I'm going to do some more videos in this series as it gets closer, and I'll talk about stuff like packing a bag and different things or whatever. But if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Be stronger than any excuses. Travel, well, because you're not dead yet. Have an awesome day, guys. Oh, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Our group is called World Travelers. Thanks for watching.